John Kenneth Galbraith is now Paul Warburg Professor of Economics at Harvard University. Among his other government posts, he was price administrator in World War II and has been ambassador to India. Professor Galbraith, what is the prediction? Will inflation continue?
Well, we've had several years of it, and 2 years when there's been worsening unemployment and no improvement in the inflationary situation. Inflation has this last year been at the rate of, 5.8% a year, no better than it was the year before. This is after 2 years of promises by the Nixon administration. So the only thing one can assume for the future is that it will be like the recent past.
Why does it continue?
Anybody who will believe that it will get better will believe anything.
Why does it continue? Why will it get worse, and despite all the standard remedies that are being applied?
Well, I thought you were very eloquent in your introduction. We have strong unions which are capable of going out for large wage increases, and strong corporations which are capable of compensating for them in price increases. We're faced with we'll have a good deal of theory here tonight, but we are faced, unfortunately, with a condition of power in both labor markets and in the markets served by the large corporations. And as long as that continues, we will either have inflation or unemployment or a combination of the two.
What is the remedy? What should be done?
Well, the remedy is to use the powers that now exist, freeze prices for 6 months. That will break the inflationary psychology, break the structure of inflationary expectations. During that 6 months, of course, there will be great inequalities that will have to be worked out as between unions. And during that 6 months, one must work out a permanent arrangement with the strong corporations and the strong unions, which incidentally are not free market instruments. They we're fixing prices that are already fixed, which is a very important point for the other side of this debate.
Professor
and get a system with which we can live more or less indefinitely.
In reality, will this help management and labor, or will it hurt them?
Well, for the unions, this arrangement, the present arrangement, is not good. You get these big wage settlements, and then they all disappear in cost of living increases. You have the unpredictability and uncertainty and unpopularity from the point of view of the business firms that is associated with constantly increasing prices. So I don't think it's at all surprising that increasingly the trade unions and increasingly the businessmen have been coming around to this very sensible notion.
But is any kind of wage price control scheme really feasible? Can it be administered? Can it work?
Well, bear in mind that we have a very concentrated economy. That's the problem. We're fixing, as I said before, prices that are already fixed. The problem is dealing with perhaps 2,000 large firms that produce about half the gross national product, a few hundred unions. It will not take a massive organization. It's not an administratively simple thing, but there are a few things in this world, Mr. Miller, that are simple. There's no reason to suppose that we've reached the end of the road in economics. There's still work to be done.
Thank you. John Kenneth Galbraith is now Paul Warburg.